Today, we are continuing our Enneagram series in talking about stress moves. And today, we're talking about nines. So, here's just some background information that might be helpful. One is that the Enneagram is a dynamic tool, meaning that there's tons of movement in it. And so, you could move from your core number to drawing on some of the behavior of your stress number or your security number. You could be pulling some energy from one wing, or you could be learning to pull energy from your other wing that you haven't had access before to. So the Enneagram is a very dynamic tool. And the reason that's important is because no human's behavior is the same all the time. We respond to our environment. So today we're talking about nines. And this one stings a little bit because I am a nine. And it was hard to see myself in some of these things we're going to be talking about what it looks like to be in healthy space for a nine. Because that is the second kind of piece of the dynamic movement of the Enneagram is on any given day. You can be in healthy space, you can be in average space, you can be in unhealthy space, and you move up and down all day long through those different areas. So what we're talking about specifically in this series is the idea that in a time of global stress, we have all moved into our stress numbers. The question is, have we done so purposefully? Have we done so to take care of ourselves? Or have we simply fallen down the ladder into unhealthy space in our own number and then just moved over into our stress number still in unhealthy space? Our goal is to recognize, oh, I'm falling down the ladder, like I'm at the bottom of average, I'm starting to land into unhealthy. Can I choose to make this stress move while I'm still in average space so that I can pull some things from my stress number that would be helpful and allow me to take better care of myself? That's what we're talking about today. So, fellow nines, buckle up because we got to talk about conflict. I'm sorry. I know I hate it too. It kind of feels like internal conflict just to tell you we're going to talk about conflict, but that's where we are. When nines move to the low side of six, which is their stress move, they become victims of everything that's happening around them. They are suspicious of everyone around them. They have a fear of a catastrophe or 1,000 catastrophes that they keep internal. In other words, they don't share it with anyone. They don't tell other people about that fear. It stays deep down inside of them. The bottom of the bottom of the bottom of a nine's stress space is physical. Nines will begin to notice perhaps stomach aches or chest pains, and this is their response to stress. So nines, if you are in the bottom of six space, notice the catastrophe planning that you're doing in your head is not helpful. Share that fear. Don't just tell yourself to stop it. That's not going to do it. Instead, share your fear with someone who cares for you. So if that's the low side of a nine who's moved into six, what does that high side look like? That take care of yourself space. Well, here's the trick. For us nines that love to just go along with whatever's happening and be complacent, the high side of six gives us a little bit of anxiety. Not in my stomach, I can't breathe anxiety, but, oh, there's some things I probably ought to take care of. And that would be really, really helpful. And then I would feel better. That is what it means to move to the high side of six. It's a wake-up call for the nine to recognize what is theirs to do, how they need to go about doing it. So if you are a nine, here are some questions that maybe you could ask yourself to notice. Am I in healthy space? Am I in unhealthy space? Have I moved over into six? Am I in the high side of six or the low side of six? How am I doing? Here's some good questions. And this is the first one. What conflict am I avoiding? Nines, whenever you are stuck anywhere, there is conflict. If you can name it, you can face it. So look for the conflict. Secondly, how can I, as a nine, allow what's happening to affect me? Our deepest desire is to avoid being affected by the world, so then we can stay peaceful. So instead, ask yourself, how am I being affected by what's happening around me? How can I allow it to come in through that outer boundary and affect my inner peace? The third question is, what do I really want to do? Nines, you have opinions, and they're good ones. You have action you want to take, and it's valuable. So ask yourself, what do I really want? And the last question, which is important for every number to ask, how am I using thinking, feeling, and doing? How can I better balance that? When we as nines will bring up productive doing, especially as it means to take care of ourselves, we're moving into healthier space. Nines, you are so important in this season. Your participation in the world matters. We need you to show us both sides of all that's coming at us. We need you to project peace, true, real peace, not just conflict avoidant peace. We need you. So please, nines, please use these steps to find yourself in the healthiest space you can right now. You are important.